Stories about teacher speech, especially when they're off the clock, I find very, very interesting. And here we have a story of a teacher who actually lost their job. Now, this teacher is lives in England. Now that's important to keep in mind because their laws are a little bit different from ours here in the states. In that, I think that they do have laws where they go after people who post nasty things on the internet. So that's just something to keep in mind as we go through this story. And so let's begin. A teacher in England who was fired after being accused of an Islamophobic post on Facebook has launched legal action. Simon Pearson taught English to foreign students at Preston College in Lancashire when he said a social media post that led to a woman being handed a 15-month prison sentence after she was convicted of inciting racial hatred was obviously wrong, but she should not have been jailed. Okay, interesting. Okay, he's made a statement here. It's a provocative. Let's have a discussion. Why not? He was dismissed after an internal investigation found that his post had the potential to bring the college into disrepute and has now filed legal action with an employment tribunal. So, yeah, that's interesting. Obviously is different from here in the states. Pearson's firing has sparked sharp criticism from free speech advocates and reignited broader debates around freedom of expression in Britain. Critics argue that speech policing, especially on social media, increasingly leads to employment repercussions even when comments are made outside the workplace and express personal beliefs. Elon Musk has repeatedly criticized the UK's approach to regulating speech on social media, particularly in the context of arrests related to online comments. At this rate, the UK government will pretty soon be executing people for liking a meme, he posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. Okay, so here again, going back to this teacher, is fired after he posted a comment about Lucy Conley, a woman jailed for racially inflammatory comments in the wake of the Southport riots. Nationwide unrest triggered by the murder of three girls during a dance class and misinformation about the suspect being an asylum seeker. Conley, the wife of a local Conservative Party politician, wrote on X, mass deportation now, set fire to all the hotels full of the beeps for all I care. If that makes me racist, so be it. So that person in England, it's allowed. That person got in trouble for that. She was convicted of inciting racial hatred, handed a 31-month sentence in order to serve 40% of it behind bars in October of 24. Again, very different. Pearson wrote in a Facebook comment that while Conley's post was obviously wrong, she should not have been jailed and said this was part of a two-tier policy from the top down. Okay. The phrase two-tier policing has become a politically charged accusation in the UK, often used to criticize perceived inconsistencies in how law enforcement handles speech, protests, or criminal behavior depending on the race, religion, or political identity of the individuals involved. So it goes on to talk a little bit more about that, but the idea is this is the full Facebook comment, and obviously, the teacher is trying to spark a discussion, get a back and forth going. Let's exchange ideas and let's see if either one of us changes the way that they think at the end of the discussion. That's the way I read his comments. And for him to be fired, that's obviously different from the United States. Now, definitely, in the United States, a person could be, and this is something that we need to just recognize as teachers. We could be criticized, not only from people around social media, but from people within our communities, possibly our own students, their parents, and it could possibly cause disruption, which you need to keep that in mind. If it causes disruption at the school, it could possibly cost you your job. So just keep that in mind when you jump on social media to express your personal opinion, even if it's off the clock. So This story serves as a reminder, and we'll continue to follow this story, and I'll let you know how it shakes out if he's able to get his job back. But this serves as a reminder for us that even though we're on social media, we're on our own time, it could affect us at our workplace. So those are words of wisdom to heed and understand whenever as you use social media.